is the Friday edition of MLB Central. Good morning to you. I'm Lauren Shehadeh with Robert Flores and member champion Mark Thomas DeRosa. Perhaps that's you. Perhaps we will know when we're playing ball soon. But DeRo, your thoughts on the recent negotiations?
Yeah, back and forth. I'm frustrated just like you guys are, like every baseball fan is. I want the players back on the field. I was saying last night, man, I'm looking for something to turn on. I want to watch Freddie Freeman grab an AB, Pete Alonso, Lindor, Cody Bellinger. I'm tired of watching these guys just work out on Instagram. They're 10 games away from potentially getting it done. I feel like 65 games, if you meet in the middle, seems like it makes perfect sense, and they're back out on everyone safe. Get Ro Flo back in the studio. This guy needs back in the studio.
His omelet, his Diet Dr. Pepper, his routine.
I feel like but I have that here. I could make an omelet. I mean, I would not be making.
I need you back in the studio, running in late to a production meeting with your tie hung around you. Like, what did I miss?
Suited and booted.
DeRo, another thing that has been bandied about in these negotiations is the universal DH, which I've been in favor of all this time. And there's talk that would be implemented over the next couple of seasons. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, you learn and you grow. I was drafted by the Atlanta Braves, Ro Flo, so I grew up in the National League. And as a bench guy in the National League, man, I liked having that pitcher hit because every 3 innings, there was a chance I was getting double switched in the ball game. But being away from the game and realizing I want entertainment value, I don't want to go to Citi Field and bases loaded and Luis Rojas has got a pinch hit for Jacob deGrom. I want to see Jacob deGrom back out on that mound in the top of the 5th inning. So I am all about the universal DH. Get the 9 best hitters up and let's see what happens. So I think that's—
And away we go. We're all anxious for baseball. And in the meantime, you can get your fix Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, the debut of Junior, the life legacy of Ken Griffey Jr. from hanging with his dad to becoming the face of baseball in the 90s. It's funny because I always think of the sweet swing, right? 10-time Gold Glove Award winner, the flash, the smile. When you think of Junior, DeRo first, what comes to mind?
Yeah, not much different, Lauren. I think for me, as a kid who collected baseball cards, he was that rookie card that you had to have. Yeah. That upper deck rookie card was a must-have. And just kind of, he was initiating that change. That he was starting to go old school, and you could call him new school, showing up with the hat on backwards, taking batting practice with the cut sleeve baggy, but just a 5-tool talent and one of the best players to ever do it.
Yeah, I think for me, the first thing I think of when I think of Ken Griffey Jr. is him scoring from first in that playoff game against the Yankees. And, you know, that's not him hitting or doing anything with the field, but just him scoring and then his teammates mobbing, and that shot where in that dog pile, he's able to sneak out there and just kind of show his face, and you can just see just the pure joy. So for me, that's the play that comes to mind.
We would love to see that pure joy one more time, him at the plate one more time, which leads us to our Twitter question of the day. We asked, which Hall of Famer would you want to see play one more time on the field? And of course, all the responses from our viewers run the gamut, from Lee saying, I'm a Griffey fan, I watched him grow up every day, but I'd go with Willie Mays since I never got to see him. He's actually my choice. I'll explain why in just a bit. Mickey Mantle, when he hit that 565-foot homer in Washington. Love it. 18 seasons all in the same uniform. What?
565, really?
Really? Are you calling it a
Potential
scam?
Scam, sorry.
Is that what you said?
Scam.
And Jay Davis thinks what we think, that it's an impossible decision, but I want to see an all-star game of all the best all-stars in their prime. Nolan pitched to Babe Ruth, and that kind of started a string of pitcher-batter matchups. People wanted to see Bob Gibson to Griffey, so on and so forth. Robert Flores, if you could see one more person right now on the field, a Hall of Famer, who would you choose?
It's 3 for me. Ricky Henderson, just because I love his speed and him pimping the homers and popping the collar. I'd love to see that again. Willie Mays, like you, Lauren, but also our colleague Pedro Martinez. I mean, like we had a previous Twitter response, Nolan Ryan against Babe Ruth. I mean, those are 2 players that played in vastly different generations. Pedro is recent. I'd love to see him in his prime go against some of the big superstars and sluggers of today.
I love that pick. I was actually starstruck when I met Pedro's at the network. He was walking down the hallway and I was like, "Ugh, that's Pedro." So I walk up to him. He goes, "Hi, I'm Pedro Martinez." I was like, "I know, I'm Lauren." It's just completely starstruck. I agree with that pick. Where are you going?
Ro Flo.
Yes.
Ricky Henderson's on my list too.
I love it.
Without question, especially in today's game.
Yeah.
Let the kids play. No one had more swag. These current players wish they had the swag that Ricky had. He'd probably be teaching them something. So that for me was one. I love the catching position, so I would love to see Johnny Bench in his prime. I want to see him like when he first broke in the league and was winning all those MVPs. Mickey Mantle, because I want to compare him to Mike Trout.
Yeah.
There's a guy named High Pockets Kelly, and I mean just the fact that High Pockets Kelly, I want to see him play again. And I'm tired of Christopher Mad Dog Russo throwing like Ty Cobb and Cy Young down my throat like he saw them play. So I want the Georgia Peach to come back. I want to really see what, I mean, 4,100 hits, a 944 OPS, but I want to see it. I want to
love it. I want to see Willie Mays, 4 home runs in a game. Everyone talked about the showmanship and the excitement that he brought to the game. So that would be pretty cool to go back in time.
So for everyone watching this right now, go get your DVR, set it for Sunday, the MLB Network presentation of Junior, a look at Ken Griffey Jr. Also today, guys, is Juneteenth. It's an annual holiday commemorating the official end of slavery in these United States back in 1865. And in honor of that, Major League Baseball and the MLB Network have posted new logos with the inverted black and white colors. And you can see our logo right here. And Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on the network, we will have a special 90-minute special edition of MLB Tonight, a conversation. It's going to be co-hosted by Fran Charles and Harold Reynolds, and they will be joined by guests like Derek Jeter and Torrey Hunter to discuss racial injustice and inequality in society and in baseball. So we'll be looking for that this evening, 5:30 p.m. Eastern with Fran Charles and Harold Reynolds. So
yeah, baseball reflecting all day long. Robert Flores, Mark DeRosa. I'm Lauren Shehadeh. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and we'll talk to you Monday.